Hello and welcome back to Starfield. We are finishing up on the Ruyjin quest lines. This is the fourth in the 4 videos that I'd planned out. We are heading into the quest called Sabotage. With any luck, we get to go do some cool stuff. And Andresia is still chilling on board ship waiting to talk to me about something important.
Good. You're right on time.
Thank you,
I
Dalton.
reevaluated all the evidence. It took every resource I had, but the final answer is clear. Ularu is the mole.
Of course she is. I knew Imogene was innocent.
Yes. You made the right call. I've briefed Masako and discussed her plans on handling this. While we both agree Ularu is guilty, we need irrefutable evidence before presenting this to the board. For now, we lead everyone to believe that Imogene was the mole, and the situation was dealt with. Good. Keeping Ularu in the dark is the key to taking her down. Masako has tasked Ularu with writing the program to bring down Infinity Ltd. We believe she'll take the chance to incriminate Masako within the program, so this could provide the evidence we're looking for. You will be tasked with the assignment to infiltrate Infinity, so before you go, I want you to bring that program to me.
Ooh, I hope I don't forget.
Good. Once Ularu believes she's properly deflected any suspicion, I have no doubt she'll be bold enough to hide something within whatever program she writes. Now, let's attend a meeting. We called you all together to discuss a recent security breach. We discovered a mole within the company who leaked vital information about Project Dominion to Infinity Ltd.
You've got to be kidding me.
Just don't tell me it's Vina. I think we've all noticed she's not here.
Before you speculate any further, no, it's not Vina. The guilty party is Imogene Salzo, much to my disappointment. Our operative here obtained the evidence to confirm it.
Dalton, how does something like this happen?
Imogene is highly trained. Ularu can even speak to that. We demand the best. So that's the threat we deal with.
I may have well-trained operatives, but security is your responsibility, Dalton. This is a huge failing on your part.
I accept the responsibility, but let's not forget, the mole has already been exposed and dealt with.
Of course, thanks to another of my operatives. Watch me.
Imogene's been dealt with, so bickering is pointless. All I care about is reacquiring our property and what this might be costing us financially.
Vina is completing the internal neuroamp prototype as we speak. Our operative will receive the implant, infiltrate Infinity Ltd, and obtain any and all research. I have it on good authority the experimentations they've done to replicate the missing pieces of our work have resulted in fatalities.
Botched human trials and murder for hire? You don't bounce back from that. At least not with Infinity's legal team.
If I may make a suggestion, we should give this evidence to David at SSNN. It's the best neutral method of releasing this information to the general public.
That'd make my job easier.
David it is, then.
Masako, the internal neuroamp is ready if you want to send down the candidate.
I hope you're ready for this. Vina will be waiting for you in the NeuroAmp division in R&D. Once you're done, meet me in my office. Be ready to discuss the details of your next assignment.
So much work to do.
Okay, let's go get chipped. For the 4th time.
Are you sure you're okay? You left.
Hang around too long, and Vina will try to test some of the work.
Double check those measurements are right. Anesthesia always makes me nervous.
What about... Ruyjin. Good enough.
Already checked it 4 times.
This unit is not suited for addressing.
Ah, here's my lucky candidate. I hope you're ready to embark on one amazing journey. Yes, I always love a willing subject. Now, just a few details before we begin. Obviously, we'll be putting you under. I'll be making a small incision in the back of your skull where the internal neuroamp will be fitted. The whole procedure should only take 3 to 4 hours with little to no downtime afterwards, provided DeMarcus got everything entered correctly.
Did I not just say I quadruple checked the numbers?
You know I'm just giving you a hard time. Besides, I've got to make sure my patient is reassured. Of course. We've got, what, 5 PhDs between the two of us?
6, but who's counting?
All I'm saying is that you're in good hands. Now, just lie down on the table once you're ready, and we should be good to go. All right, let's get this party started. Well, look who's finally up. The operation was a success, obviously. Once you're able to refocus, let me know how you're doing. So, how are you feeling? You look good? That's exactly what we want. Just a couple quick notes before using the internal neuroamp. First, you can only influence one person at a time. And second, the effect is temporary, so be prepared if you use it in a combat situation. Now that's something to talk to the drone engineers about. Now let's test this sucker out. DeMarcus has graciously volunteered for science, he says. That's the spirit. DeMarcus loves being hands-on and experiencing things on his own. It's probably why he's the second most published scientist here, after me. Just head up the stairs nearby to the observation deck.
Okay. Manipulation for the 4th time. Okay, so
The probability involved in calculating the interactions between certain universes in a multiverse. I only understood about half of it. Made me happy I became an engineer instead of a physicist.
and we dispense with the chatter so I can see the thingy there. Okay, so we want to social him, manipulation, pick up the key card. We do it again. And that failed. Okay. And he's going to delay things until it's done, but that's going to be a long time, so I'm going to social this guy.
Oh my god,
Which will...
that was incredible.
There we go.
What was it like?
Wow. How to describe it? 1 minute I was excited about seeing how the experiment would go. The next, I had a brief moment of disorientation and...
Hold on. More than one at a time? Can we do more than one guy at a time now? Nope. Manipulated targets now obey commands for a substantial amount of time, so it increased the amount of time.
Figured I must have lost my train of thought. It felt eerily natural. And yes, I admit it, just as you predicted.
I knew it, I knew it, I knew it! I can hardly wait to finish writing up my latest dissertation. And you owe me 100 creds.
I'll be keeping myself under constant surveillance now. I'm curious if any other side effects may manifest.
So, tell me all about it. How did it feel? Any side effects? Yes. Good. Hear that, DeMarcus? That's 2 for 2 now.
I heard. It really was fascinating how all I experienced was a moment of disorientation. It's truly remarkable tech. Those are the kind of edge cases that I let the board work out. Obviously, tech like this is going to come with its fair share of red tape. Maybe that's the beauty of it. You'd never know. Besides, the neuroamp isn't total control. If a subject's morals or beliefs in something are strong enough, we still see points of failure. That being said, it's been interesting to discover the actions our subjects sanction in their own minds.
Okay. As much as I'd love to go over the details and potential of this amazing piece of technology I created, Masako wants to see you. It sounds like you have an assignment to complete, and DeMarcus and I have a lot of notes to record.
Okay. So back to Masako.
Yes?
If you attempt to engage me in combat, I will.
Okay, so we should now be getting briefed for the next mission.
I wasn't sure how accurate Vina's promise of no downtime was going to be.
Picture this. What about...
Let's just hope her promise of no brain damage holds true as well.
Meow.
Now that you've been outfitted with the internal neuroamp, it's time to put that tech to work. We're sending you into Infinity LTD. Lucas Drexler is about to learn exactly why you don't steal from Ruyjin Industries. And wish he shall, every day, while he rots away in prison. All right, Yuko has provided a layout of Infinity Ltd. You have two options for this assignment. We'll be providing you with the means for both. Option A, you gain entry through their maintenance access on the roof. Option B, we give you an assigned identity and arrange a meeting for you. As long as you're prepared when the time comes. Now, depending on your preference, you'll either find yourself in the maintenance hallway or the marketing department. From there, you have 3 targets. First, you have Lucas Drexler's computer, located in his office on the executive floor. Second is Faye Sengsavan's computer, in research and development. And third, you need to obtain the prototype they are working on, also in R&D.
As you can see, you've several floors to traverse, so I hope you're prepared for an adventure.
Yeah, I can handle that.
That's what we're counting on. Now, I had Ularu create a program that you need to run on both Lucas and Faye's computers. I'll let her explain the details.
You see, once we expose Infinity Ltd, all of their data is going to come under intense scrutiny. We only want the public to know about their mercenary hires and unauthorized human trials, but Project Dominion needs to remain confidential. I've created an overseer program that will gather all the evidence we need, and at the same time delete anything relating to Ruyjin and the internal neuroamp. Exactly. And what the public doesn't know doesn't hurt them. Now, we don't want to mess on this one. A body count will only distract from what we're trying to accomplish here. Simon Ruyjin provided some useful info on how to evacuate civilians from the building. I'm sure you remember him from Sidonia.
Yeah, remember him.
Infinity's maintenance crew is understaffed. It's only a matter of time before pressure gauges go unchecked and they have a massive issue on their hands. Once that pressure becomes too much, every floor in the building is going to suffer from gas leaks, setting off an automated alarm to evacuate the building. Simon was able to get a passcode for you to access their system's computer, so you can force the heating system to fail. I'd highly advise you use it. This assignment isn't the time to test your abilities. The only thing you're out there to prove is that you can get this job done. We're also issuing you an operative suit. It should help reduce their ability to detect you. These suits are typically reserved for the senior ranks, but we want to reduce as much risk as possible. And that's what we're hoping for. If you can pull this off, even I'll be impressed.
Once you've run the Overseer program and obtained the prototype, your final step is to deliver the slate to David Barron at the SSNN field office. If he asks questions, feel free to give him just enough information to pique his interest, but no mention of Ruyjin or who you are. SSNN is used to anonymous tips. They'll do whatever verifications they deem necessary on their own to confirm the story. You and me both. So, any final questions before you go?
I'm ready.
Good luck, and be sure to report directly back to me when you return.
Here's Simon's passcode, your operative suit, the Overseer program, and your cover identity. Your cover ID card is encoded with roof entry and elevator access, so that's your ticket in, either way. Don't screw this up. Skylar Lumen?
Okay. We are all set. As a old stealth talk to Dalton, right? He's just right here. As an old stealth enjoyer, this is probably the mission I had the most fun with on the first time through. Still fun, but of all the missions I've done, first time through, this one was the most fun.
Do you have the program? I'm certain Ularu won't pass up this opportunity. So, let's take a look. Aha. The decryption's hit a snag. There's definitely something here. This is exactly what we needed. According to this code, Ularu intended to plant false evidence that would show Masako was working with Lucas. The moment you launched the Overseer program, a series of fabricated communication files would have been uploaded to the Infinity Ltd network. One of them even frames Masako for encouraging Lucas to push for early human trials. I'm going to copy the necessary files off this slate and issue you a new one. I want to keep this one intact, so Ularu can't dispute it. All right. Now, we finally have the evidence we need to prove Ularu's guilt. Yes. And had you not brought this program to me in the first place, you would have been the one planting the false evidence.
Someday I'm going to do that.
Falsified evidence, Ularu is in for a big surprise. I fully expect she'll be eagerly awaiting SSNN's broadcast, anticipating Masako to be accused alongside Lucas Drexler. Here's the new slate with the revised Overseer program. Let's get this assignment finished the right way.
Sometime in the future, I may do a playthrough with an evil character, and we'll make the mistake and let Ularu frame Masako just to see what happens. Although I found that generally I regret doing those things. Okay, and we need to head to Infinity Ltd corporate headquarters. Oops, wrong button. It's up here, somewhere. I guess Enhance is next to it. So we're in a fitted business suit. Makes sense. We'll be shifting into the operative stuff later on. We now have two sets. So I think we've got a third set somewhere too.
All visitors are by appointment only, I'm afraid.
Hey, Desi.
Hello. Did you have an appointment with us today? Ah, yes. From Lumen Interactive. The elevator here will take you to the marketing floor. Once you arrive, you'll want to talk to Ellis Ortiz. He's the receptionist there and will be happy to help you.
Okay. I've been refining this playthrough over the last few playthroughs of this mission. So it's going to look fairly easy.
Welcome to Infinity Ltd's market. Hey, if you just have a seat, I can notify Miss Hart that you've arrived.
There's some things you can do which are hinted at, clearly intended, but if you don't pick up on the hint, things get a little sticky.
I'll go notify Miss Hart that you're here. Feel free to use any of the facilities on the floor while you wait. The break room and bathrooms are just around the corner.
So first of all, I'm not going to use the whole cooling thing. Yes, fewer people, but they're on higher alert and it ends up being harder. However, you really need that to be able to get into Lucas's office. Hey, but we can get into Lucas's office by convincing little Miss Muffet here, or little Nina Hart, who we've been abusing terribly. We can get her to get us an appointment.
Well, don't look at me. If you want someone to blame, I blame Lucas.
This better not be more revenge for losing that quantum deal. I hate to say it, but I have to cancel with Skylar. I am completely unprepared.
Just relax. I'll take care of it. You can take the elevator to the lobby when you're ready to leave.
Oh, were you my appointment? I'm so sorry. I somehow ended up triple booked today. I'm just trying to get ready for this department meeting right now, but you can see Ellis on your way out if you'd like to reschedule.
Manipulation.
Oh, well, I suppose I can work that out. Plus, I happen to know he's free right now. I'll set you up for executive floor permissions and notify Lucas that you're on your way. Besides, I'm pretty sure he's to blame for my current situation anyway. Good luck.
So nothing in game really hints that you can come talk to Nina. But if you do, just for funsies, which is what I did, the fact that it's manipulating kind of jumps out. And that means we can go right up, stomp our way into Luke Drexler's office, because we do need to talk to his computer. And that's where the second step comes in. Because we've got this presentation.
Hi. How you doing?
Well, actually, what we have
Our quarterly projections aren't looking the best.
is kind of like finding a USB key in the parking lot and bringing it into work and plugging it into your computer. Except in this case, it's got manipulation.
So you're
Hey,
the
Lucas.
one Nina mentioned. I don't normally take last-minute meetings, but she assured me it'd be worth my time. Especially since it's just a quick introduction. Lucas Drexler, nice to meet you.
Skylar Lumen. You're the nicest
I
slime
heard
ball
you're
I've met
interested in a
today.
partnership?
I do a
You
little
thought
bit of
correct. I can certainly appreciate
small talk
your
here.
motivation. Well, we still have to go through the proper channels, but having met you, let me see what I can do to speed things up. Is there anything else I can do for you?
See, here's another manipulation. Let me install my presentation on your computer.
Well now, that's an unusual offer. I suppose after having your initial meeting canceled, it'd be a shame for it to go to waste. Besides, if we're to be partners in the future, we might as well put faith in each other today, right?
Boom. So we run the Overseer program. Now, if he goes and looks for my presentation on his computer, he's going to know something's fishy, but we'll be long gone before he does that, right? So the other two things we need to do are down at the bottom level in research and development. So we need to get down there and be able to wander around. Dum-de-dum. And you have free run of this floor, so you can explore the heck out of it. And back here, kind of out of sight of everybody, an open door, the vault next to it. So we're going to go stealth again. Operative suit and helmet. And I think we need to shift over to the non-lethal weapon. There we go. And again, you just kind of come down here and you start exploring where you can sneak to. And there's not a whole lot of places you can go. But wouldn't it be neat if we had some clothing made us fit in? You explore around and there's a locked locker right there. So I am going to social that guy to come unlock the locker. Now we are going to have to wait around for them to leave the room. This may take a while, since we just got it up to level 4. I wonder if I can hit him again. Nope. Okay, he's going back to work. You just need to get down there and get that door closed now. So tech outfit and an ID card. And if we shift into the tech outfit, yeah, there we are. We've got our badge and everything. So now we've got free run of this floor. And we just need to head down one more floor. So 2 things we need to do: run a program on Faye's computer and grab the NeuroAmp prototype and then get out of Dodge. Let's do the computer first. I could probably get away without doing this. I prefer to have her well out of the way when I'm working on her computer. Hidden. Advanced lock. Inner. Both. Outer. Inner. So there and there. So this one would pair up with a 2. 4 and 2 isn't going to work. I need a 3 and a 3. There we go. We run Overseer on her computer. And now we just need to grab the prototype. No problem. Make sure nobody can see in. Need to get him out of the way. Actually, let's make sure I am hidden when I'm doing this. Oh, come on. Easy peasy. Disable, yes. Okay, the arm is disabled.
I have a good feeling about our next NeuroAmp test.
Grab the loot from the science crate. We're hidden. Grab the prototype. And now we just need to exit the building. And if everybody knows what's happened within a few minutes, that's all right, because we will be gone and we will have the evidence with us. Should probably change back into the suit I was wearing when I came in. Fitted business suit, there we go. So the receptionist may have noticed us coming out wearing a lab coat rather than the suit we came in on, which might have made her wonder who this Skylar Lumen was.
Fella. I missed it. How'd it go?
It's not like we're doing it.
Hey, David.
It's important that the people of the United Colonies can trust their primary news source. Can I help you?
I have a news story for you.
Well, I'll be the judge of that. What's this so-called story about? Corporate greed claims victims once more. And you have evidence to support this claim. Good. The less investigation we need to put into this, the faster I can prepare the broadcast. I don't suppose you want to tell me how you got this evidence. Of course. I just hope your source is as reliable as you think they are. Is there at least a name I can cite as my source? Why am I not surprised? As long as the evidence is adequate and verifiable, I expect it'll be aired within the hour, if not sooner. Now, if you'll excuse me, I obviously have some work to do.
And we need to come back and talk to Nadia at some point. Let her in on some stories. I think at this point I can fast travel back to Neon.
You know I went to chef school.
Yeah, we are returning to report back to Misako. Because our true turn-in was there with David.
I've yet to hear anything of note on SSNN. Let's hear your report. Good. David won't be able to resist a story like this. He'll do some preliminary confirmations, which will be enough to get the broadcast out to the public. And how did the NeuroAmp perform? That's unfortunate. Although a true testament to your skills as an operative, I can see how relying on such technology may not be for everyone. So now it's just a waiting game for SSNN to break the news. Once the story airs, we have another board meeting scheduled to decide how to handle Infinity. Go ahead, Maeve.
The SSNN broadcast has started. Shall I patch it through?
Yes, thank you.
Infinity Ltd. and Lucas Drexler are currently under investigation for a number of violations, including murder for hire, unauthorized human trials, and corporate theft. Authorities representing the UC and the Freestar Collective have been dispatched to a consolidated mining station and the clinic. Both locations are believed to hold numerous victims. Drexler's motivation appears to be an attempt to launch a new product based off stolen information from a competitor. The details on the project itself and the competitor have yet to be confirmed. This has been David Barron for SSNN.
Perfect. This exposure puts Infinity right where we want them. The meeting will begin momentarily, but I want you to discuss the options we have with the other members. Infinity's net worth is about to hit rock bottom, so this gives us the opportunity to win a little more public faith. Quite right. The truth is, we'll be making evaluations. We'll shed any employees who don't make the cut, slowly but surely. By incorporating Infinity, we eliminate a competitor, get their best employees and contracts, and all while boosting our public perception. That's certainly our hope. Any employee with a sense of drive is sure to show themselves. Which is why I'd like you to talk to the board to convince them this is the right move. There are several who might disagree, and you have the perfect tool to help sway them. I know you can as well, so now you're fully aware of my expectations. You'll find most of the board members in their offices preparing. Vina is also here, waiting for the meeting to start. We'll need at least 50% of the vote to go our way. In the event of a tie, I will make the final decision. I trust you'll get it done.
Okay, so Sabotage is done. This is executive level, and we're supposed to be convincing people. I kind of like the consequences of the acquisition. You'll see why. But now's also the time to convince people that the NeuroAmp needs to be shelved. Start with Allure.
Did Masako send you to try and convince me to acquire Infinity Ltd? I think we both know that's not going to work.
So it doesn't really matter what way Ularu intends to vote, but
Our public
I'm going to
perception
convince
is
her.
good enough. If you ask me, reaching out to save Infinity just makes us look weak. The internal NeuroAmp gives us the power to crush our competitors, not take them under our wing. This is exactly why Masako's time as CEO is finished. That NeuroAmp is a breakthrough. It gives us the edge in any situation, so get used to it. Besides, most on the board would agree. So why not use it to seal Infinity's fate? Well, it does make Ruyjin look good. And we do gain a wider customer base, which means higher profits. You're oddly right about this one, Op. I guess you are worth keeping around. As long as everyone has Ryujin's best interests in mind, this should make for an interesting meeting. An issue? That would be a foolish move. Dalton and Alexis are the only two against it. You'd never get the rest to shut it down. Dangerous indeed. For all I know, you're using it right now. The irony. Perhaps I didn't see it earlier, but you're right. The moment a competitor reverse engineers Vina's work, it'll be chaos. The last thing I want is to have my brains scrambled because some engineer didn't do their due diligence. Now, if you'll excuse me, I still have a lot of preparations to make.
Okay. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. If you have companions with you, some of them will take umbrage at using manipulation. Just not when you use it on Masako.
I hope you're enjoying your new neuroamp.
Nina!
And how's my favorite patient doing? Not seeing any temporal memory flashes or losing time, I hope. That's great. I'd say Project Dominion is ready for legitimate human trials in that case. One step closer to seeing market approval. Genevieve is going to be so excited. So, tell me what you think of the neuroamp.
Oh, Vina, I have bad news for you.
I hope you're not actually suggesting that the technology I spent years working on and perfecting never sees the light of day. This is groundbreaking work. My life's work. Fine, fine. Make your case.
I'm gonna try this one.
There's always data against something, no matter how innocuous.
Okay. So we're gonna have to take it the careful way.
Damn the negatives. You're right. I really haven't been taking everything into account.
One more point.
You really think they could come after me? Well, this conversation's made me feel like a proper monster. But you're right. In a perfect world, tech like this is used for good. But this world is far from perfect. It is. It really is. For years, my only focus has been, is this possible? And then, how do I make it work? I never stopped to consider if it was right, or what it would mean. I guess it'll be up to a vote either way. It's not on the meeting agenda, so I assume you'll bring it up yourself? We just have to hope the others will see reason. So the next question is, what will the fate of Infinity Ltd be? That's what I'm hoping for. They may be the underdog, but that doesn't mean they don't have a brilliant mind or two. Well, this has certainly been the most interesting conversation of my day. All we can do now is look forward to the meeting, right? See you in there.
Okay.
I'm glad we're making an effort in our appearance today. Just the person I wanted to see. I want to get all the details locked down for this meeting, and I believe you to be one of the best sources available. An efficient exchange, then. You've had the chance to encounter members of Infinity Ltd throughout your assignments here. Do you think they're worth redemption? And why? Saving the jobs of thousands is altruistic, which is not a luxury corporations have. It's a financial burden. It would be a huge undertaking on my part.
Manipulation.
Infinity never had the financial resources to match our salary offers. Getting what few capable employees they have at half the salary we typically pay here could have major payoffs in the long run. Next question. What is your opinion on how Masako handled the mole situation? And why do you feel it was well handled? Please note I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know the why behind your statement. I agree. Should Masako had informed us too early, we may have all turned on each other. I appreciate the insight. I suppose I should ask if there's anything I can do for you, considering how helpful you've been. It's only dangerous to those who can't afford one. Hence the added motivation that will bolster sales. I think we all know how averse I am to chaos. Finances are my forte, so you make a good point. Our competition has yet to truly master neuroamps, but the possibility is there. It's a risk I am unwilling to take. At this time. This has been rather enlightening for me. I appreciate the time.
Okay. Notching up the votes. I'm gonna see if I can make it unanimous.
Is Masako checking up on me to make sure I'm on her side? Well, you can let Masako know to rest easy. It just so happens that her agenda lines up with mine. We just need to grab Infinity Ltd while it's got the public's full attention. I'm all about free PR, especially when it's painting us in a good light. I'm sure I can squeeze enough goodwill out of this to last us at least a year. All right, I suppose you've earned the right to voice your opinion after everything you've done, qualified or not. So let's hear it. The possible backlash on tech like this is not lost on me. However, the internal neuroamp will define the next era of tech, with Ruyjin at the forefront. It's not an opportunity you just walk away from. You're right. The moment you violate your customers' trust, there's a good chance they'll never come back. Even worse, you push them into the hands of your competitors. Well, it seems your talents really do stretch beyond just being an operative. Good talk. Maybe I'll even consult you on future endeavors.
Okay, almost done. 2 more. Now, we'll never get Masako to change her mind on the neuroamp. Everybody else we can have lined up.
This meeting should prove to be very interesting. I assume Masako briefed you on her preferred outcome. Good on you. If it were up to me, I'd have shut down Project Dominion a long time ago. I knew it was a grave security risk, and look what happened. You read my mind. Let's just hope Masako and the others see it that way. Plus, if we vote to acquire Infinity Ltd, we're about to add a significant workload onto my team. The last thing I want to deal with are any more incidents this new neuroamp might cause. I imagine we're looking at months of work. Infinity Ltd is obviously not known for their security. I only hope that Masako and the others will be patient with the process. Now, if you excuse me, I have some preparations to make. We'll be announcing Ularu's termination of employment at this meeting, so I need to have security ready to escort her off the premises.
Okay.
So much work
Miss
to do.
Price.
Well, if it isn't my favorite operative, something I can help you with? Not much to discuss there. I believe I've made my case quite clear to Masako on why I am against it. All right, I could use the entertainment. Tell me why Infinity is a good asset. A certain amount of confidence during the negotiations would go a long way in this situation. Definitely a point worth considering. Huh. Well, what do you know? I think you just convinced me.
I didn't use
Talent
the
like
neuroamp.
yours belongs in the courtroom. Don't even get me started. First off, if I find out you used that device on me, I will tie you up in court on whatever charges I can conjure for the rest of your life. Second, that tech is one major human rights violation that no legal team wants to fight. I'll do whatever I can to make sure it's either severely delayed or collects dust in storage. Well, I'm both glad and surprised to hear the one person who has one say that. Masako is lucky to have you at her disposal, you know? You may be the greatest asset, aside from the internal neuroamp, that Ruyjin has. This exchange has been surprisingly insightful, but now I really do need to get back to my notes.
Nice talking with you. And let's go see how the meeting shakes out.
All right, everyone. As you all know, we've successfully exposed Infinity Ltd's botched human trials and murder for hire through SSNN. The public is demanding their leadership, namely Lucas Drexler, face trial, and he's probably writing his resignation as we speak. Ruyjin will be launching a statement, but I believe now is the perfect time to acquire Infinity Ltd.
Believe it or not, I agree. The acquisition has risks, and it's going to create a lot of work for all of us. But the overall payoff will be worth it.
That and Infinity Ltd's current situation makes them more affordable than ever.
Arguments? None? Excellent. Moving on, then.
I think what we're all overlooking is what led us to this situation to begin with. Yes, our security was compromised. But considering Dalton was hired by Masako, the issue obviously starts at the top. In fact, I propose that Masako be removed from CEO altogether.
Ularu, this isn't a line you want to cross.
And considering you're the mole, if anyone's going to be removed from power, it's going to be you.
Hold up. Are you saying you lied to us?
Dalton, the last meeting we had, you distinctly said Imogene was the mole, and she'd been dealt with.
Do you even have any proof to back up this outrageous claim?
Of course we do. The malicious code you hid on this slate to upload incriminating evidence against Masako onto Lucas Drexler's computer.
To put it bluntly, Ularu, you're fired. Security will hold you in your office until a proper exit interview can be done.
This isn't right. I should at least have the opportunity to resign.
And allow you to still be marketable to a competitor? I don't think so. This may be news to me, and I will be reviewing the evidence closely. But this isn't something you just get to walk away from.
Security, escort Miss Chen to her office and see that she stays put.
You'll regret this. All of you.
I believe the only regret would be trusting you to begin with.
All right, back to business. All in favor of acquiring Infinity Ltd?
Aye.
Good. Alexis, start drawing up the necessary documentation. Anyone have anything else they'd like to bring up? The internal neuroamp is a key component of Ruyjin Industries' success for the next 10 years, if not more. Why would we shelve it after we've finally perfected it?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but she's right. Regardless of the pros, the cons are too morally and ethically irresponsible to move forward with.
The moment the public gets wind of the true capabilities of this tech, we're gonna suffer severe backlash.
Very well. All in favor of shelving Project Dominion?
Aye.
Vina, prep Project Dominion for storage. Any other matters to bring forth? None? This concludes our order of business for today.
If
Okay.
only there were more hours in the day.
Sako.
We're making an effort in our appearance today.
Shelving the internal neuroamp. Not the outcome I anticipated. The truth remains. Lucas Drexler learned a hard lesson, and we exposed a traitor among us. You've proven yourself to be quite the asset here at Ruyjin. It's well earned and deserved. I truly appreciate the work you put into exposing Ularu. No operative has ever had to investigate our own to the extent that you did. I can imagine it may have been a lot of pressure, considering you were fairly new at the time. I hope that enthusiasm sticks with you for the foreseeable future. Imogene's instincts were right about you. Now, as promised, I have your bonus. I hope you'll find it appropriate for all you've done. And I'm promoting you to senior operative. You've more than earned it. It's well deserved. As for the details, I think someone back on the operations floor would prefer to explain those to you.
Okay. So before we call it quits here, I'm going to go down and talk to Imogene. Comes up as an activity, but it's really just the final follow-up. And of course, every companion's going to want to talk to me.
What is it?
You've certainly shaken things up around here. I still can't believe Ularu tried to frame me. An obvious misjudgment on my part. But now that's all in the past. It's time to get back to your typical day-to-day.
Surprised you're not up in her office.
And I'd say it's good to be back if I hadn't returned to a mountain of paperwork. Now, since you were new, you've been dealing with people, but most of our assignments are generated on the mission board. The board holds any available assignments that our techs have pieced together, and I've approved. Questions? Good. The mission board is generally self-explanatory anyway. With your promotion, you've earned yourself an office, so whenever you're ready, you can find your own personal mission board inside. And the best perk of them all, you're free to make your own hours. Oh, and congratulations, of course. You certainly will. Go check out the board, and if you have any questions, I suppose I can start up an open door policy, just for you.
Let's check out our office here, which we will probably never come back to after we grab all the loot. Nice advanced Beowulf. Yeah, it's typical stuff. Hack into the tower, plant evidence, sabotage, you know, typical Ruyjin stuff.
Don't cause any trouble.
Yeah. We're done here.
I warned people that Tomo was unstable.
Hey,
Need
it's
something?
been real, Lane. So, let's see. Spacesuits. Gonna go into the... Make sure we have all of this set up. And I'm going to put on my cream and blue dress. Take off the neurocom. We're going to go talk to everybody in the ship except Andrasia, because she will want to brief us on her mission. We'll save that for the next recording. I keep forgetting I can't fast travel to the ship from out here. Remember, everybody but Andrasia this time. We'll start off the next recording with talking to her.
Yes?
Is everybody else upstairs?
Want to hear a poem I wrote? It's called
Yeah.
Haiku. I just read about them.
Hey, Barrett.
Do you need something? Neon. You think it would be peaceful with all those calm waters and beautiful sunsets. But I can't think of any town that's more stressful. Ruyjin, Infinity Ltd. And there you were, navigating corporate bureaucracy like a professional.
Carrying us home.
We're social animals, but we're also motivated by all sorts of things. Look, I know Neon is going to be Neon, no matter what any of us do about it. But I'm glad you put a stop to that neural amp tech. Nothing good was going to come from that. What's not to trust about them? It's a machine designed to exploit human nature to eke out a couple of extra credits than last time. But at the end of the day, they're steered by humans. They are responsible for their direction. I guess we'll find out if we can trust them if you suddenly start coming after all of us, huh? I guess we'll find out. Anyway, not that I care a ton about the internal politics of some ethically dubious megacorp, but... So, Masako, huh? I mean, between her and Ruyjin, I get it, but... You don't trust her, do you? Well, I trust you. And I'm glad the choice was yours and not mine. Anyway, you didn't happen to pick up any investment tips while you were in there. Just kidding. I don't even want to know.
Sarah!
Handling those tricky decisions regarding Ruyjin must have been difficult. In fact, I'm amazed you were able to deal with them at all. Those types of corporations remind me why I never ventured into business. I can't stand that way of life. It is disgusting. And I'm pleased you recognized that Ruyjin almost made a grievous error in judgment. After all, based on your recommendation, They've ceased their work on that disturbing neuroamp technology.
It's so easy to pick up on what her prejudices are.
Why wouldn't I be pleased about your decision? Can you imagine if that technology had fallen into the wrong hands? The awful things you could force people to do. Oh, it's terribly frightening.
Wrong hands. Technology falling into the wrong hands? My goodness, do you know what these are? You know what these are? These are the wrong hands.
Well, thanks to you, Ruyjin will never have the chance to make that kind of horrible mistake. Well, I've certainly taken up enough of your time. Thanks for letting me get that off my mind.
Well, Ruyjin has made that mistake 4 times so far. Hey, Sam.
Of all the places in the galaxy, only Neon can make me feel so damn oily. And you dealt with its absolute worst. Ruyjin, Infinity LTD, all of it. You doing all right? That was a lot. Well, it just makes you human. How come no matter how advanced society gets, we still just can't help coming up with new horrors to inflict on ourselves? Mechs, xeno-warfare, and now this neuroamp tech. I swear, it's the worst yet. Thank God you put a stop to it. Amen to that. With a piece of work like Ruyjin, I know there isn't a good person to put in charge. I mean, I guess Masako's better than Ularu Chen, but you just know if violence or being just plain evil was the path of least resistance, then Masako would pick it same as Ularu. You're right. I know you're right. Well, the whole damned affair is over. Thank God.
Okay, so it's time to call this a recording. When we come back, I will
Let's get out there and
buttonhole Andrasia,
shall we?
and she probably will rope me into her personal quest at that point. So I will see you then.